send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
60 Pittsburgh. Here we go, dude.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Hey, echo.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Shift. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 75 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
These two teams all tied after one. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Open man there is Malone. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second and 11 now. Mayfield being chased out left. That's caught. It's Malone. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 15 yards, and the Browns have taken the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll drop the throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 3. Check 3. Switch. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, orbit. Clear. 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Ready to go. Mike 20. Mike 20. I got one. Hey, Wahoo. 20. Mike 20. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I got you. I got you.
He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run, Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Hey, alert 33.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 40, 30. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Mayfield on first down. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Beckham, 42 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
On second down, Jacobs. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll look to throw. He finds Yeldon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Yelder. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Yelder. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Smith! Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Take 4, take 4.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
70, Indy. Here we go. Oh, tie that left, tie that left. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Now back to throw. He's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Sanders' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mayfield And an alley to run. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He's going to go up top for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Donut, turn to sub. Okay, Alpha. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Everybody, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Mike, hurry up, go.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete.
Regular. They gonna need some therapy after this.
First down, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Radley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Radley there to make the grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And it's third down.
Set 18 Gator. You got nothing to do.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
Ready.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Forced out to his left. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Working out of the gun, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Jarvis Landry. Incomplete.
The Browns send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperate. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So they stay alive.